What's going on, guys? What's going on? Good morning. Sorry, I was getting the news bot set up for us before I forgot to do that. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. We do have Powell speaking right now. I think he came on at 9:15, so could be a little bit of volatility within the markets there, based on what he's saying. But I didn't post a watch list. I've been kind of posting it to Twitter, so I want to go over the watch list that I kind of posted out on Twitter, just so you guys know kind of what I'm looking at. And let's start with SPY and QQQ first, just to kind of get an overall idea of where we're at. SPY's pushing up 437.73 right now in pre-market. The key level here on SPY is going to be 438. If we break that, I think we've got room into 439, 440 area. This has kind of been a lower volume push up on the daily time frame, but I think that's the key for us on SPY is 438. If we break 438, that's going to be a trigger for me long into potentially 440 calls, same day calls, because I think we're going to see a pretty big move there. And then we've also got some other names too that are going to help us get there, I think. So let's start there. So Apple's the first one. Apple's an interesting name here because on August 29th, when we broke 182.74. we had a really, really big move up to 185 on Apple. And here, let me share this with you guys so you can see it. I'm going to put it in premium chat so you can see this picture. But essentially, right, last time we broke 182.75 on Apple, the same day we went to 185, and the very next day we hit 188. So I'm looking for the exact same thing to happen on Apple. We're back at 182 now in pre-market. And so that's what I'm going to be watching on this name for, that's the trade on Apple for me. Break prior day high. I think, that's a good entry. Knowing that there's a key level there at 182.74, I think we'll get a really nice trend up to 185 if we break 182.74 on Apple. So that's what I'm going to be watching on Apple. Now, the other name that I like is Rivian today. Rivian had an implied move of 15%. If the markets are going to go today, and specifically if EV names are going to go, like if Tesla breaks out today, I think Rivian has a really good shot at doing it. To Drew's point, Tesla over 226. I've got 226.20, but 226, whatever you want to call it. We get 230 on Tesla relatively quickly. We're trying to push up over pre-market high right now. So Rivian is the name that I think has the potential to be a really, really good flush. We're breaking out of a falling wedge on Rivian. I'm going to post this too in premium chat for you guys so you can see we're kind of broken out of the falling wedge pattern. I'll share the daily time frame as well. Everyone on YouTube can see this on the stream, but in case you're not on stream, just so you can see that's the pattern on Rivian. We are in a falling wedge pattern. We are up out of the falling wedge pattern. Tesla's seeing upside. Whole market seeing upside. The implied move on Rivian was 15%. We're only up 7.2% right now. The key on Rivian is going to be a big move over 1966. If that move happens, I think we're going to see a move up into the 2164, potentially 22 area. So 22 weeklies, 23 weeklies could be a really big play. Even 20 weeklies at open, 21 weeklies. I mean, anything like that, I think has a shot. Just know the further you go out, the bigger move you need to happen on this. So. For some reason the news bot's not working. I'll get that updated before open. But that's the play on Rivian. That's what I'm going to be watching on Rivian. Amazon is also a top watch. There it goes. Now it's pulling in. Amazon's also a top watch for me. We've got a potential double top scenario here when we get up to that 145 area. But with Amazon, what I'm watching here on the 15 is for a break over yesterday's high, which we did get in pre-market. I just want to see if we can get over that once 9:30 hits. Once the market opens, if we can get over prior day high, I think we're going to make the move into 144, and then 145.53 is where that double top is on the daily time frame. Kind of, we break that level on Amazon, then I think we've got the potential to make a pretty significant move back up into the 150 area, kind of up in here on Amazon. So that's what I'll be watching. Relatively small watch list again today, but looking for quality setups over quantity setups. I'd rather take, two very high conviction trades, very high quality setup trades than taking multiple trades with, subpar setups. Just to recap on XOM, guys, if anyone was still in XOM, we're still under 105. So if your risk is 105 on XOM and you wanted to swing that or swing longer dated contracts, whatever you did, I didn't swing it, but a break of yesterday's low probably sends us to that 102.80 level on XOM, and then below that is the 100 psych level. So I'm not in XOM, but I just wanted to point that out to you guys that this was the first candle close on XOM under 105 since what is that, August 2nd. So just throwing that out there. But yeah, Strain's got it. Quality setups over quantity setups. That's for sure. That's what we want to do here. And position sizing on 2K account today is going to be around $700 to $800 per trade. So as your account grows, you earn the right to size up a little bit on your account. Keep it consistent. I think that's where the majority of people go wrong when they're trying to grow an account is, yeah, it's a 4K account now, but I think that's where people go wrong when they try and grow an account. They don't keep their sizing consistent, but they're keeping their stop loss and their take profits consistent. And so that kind of, messes up their overall risk to reward. So, yeah, that's my watch list for today. What I'm going to be watching. Let's see. There was one more I wanted to show you guys. Was it crowd off rod? Oh, it was CRM here. This is the one. You guys see here on this level. Here, let me show you guys. Let me drop it in chat because I don't know if everyone's on YouTube. See this level on CRM that we hit, this 211.95 is a level that I have. We're over that level right now. I think we could see a really nice move up into this like 215 area today on CRM. Kind of like a day two follow-up to what we had yesterday, 2-bar play up. Really big key level at like 212, 211.95 that I have. So we're over that level, so it could be a gap and go type of play. But that's a trade that I really like here at open. And yeah, QQQ is continuing to make higher highs, higher lows. It's not over yesterday's high, but pre-market you can see here higher highs, higher lows. So that's about it for me on the watch list today. That's what I'm gonna be watching. We do have about 3 minutes till open. So if you guys have any other charts you want me to look at, drop them in chat here and I can take a look at them before open, but I'm going to get my screens ready to go with SPY, with QQQ, with Rivian, with Apple, and with CRM and Amazon. Oh, DraftKings is the other one that I really like too, guys. DraftKings could be an opening drive play to the upside. Amazon was the other one. Netflix, Ray. Let me look. Yeah, so for me on Netflix, we're in the gap. We've got room to 448 now. I'd want to see a breakout over yesterday's high for a move up into 448. That's what I'd be looking for. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, Apple, if we break this 182.74, this is going to be huge on Apple. If we're lucky, we'll catch a few good quality setups before 1 p.m. will. Everybody looking at pre-market numbers. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern, Luca. I really think DraftKings has the ability to do it. We'll see what happens at open with DraftKings. Rivian top focus at open as well. For a move to the upside, I'm going to watch Tesla in conjunction with Rivian. There goes Apple. 182.54. Watching Rivian here to see what Rivian does. Tesla's pushing, Rivian's selling. So nothing quite yet for me. Oh, CRM doing it. All right, Apple might be the move here, guys. 185's on Apple. Let's see. We just went right up to that 182.75. Rejected hard. The 185s on Apple are $34 a contract right now. I'm trying to get filled on some Apple here. All right, I'm in on Apple, guys. I got filled at $43 a contract on the 185s, and now we're popping 183. 10% on these already. There goes Apple. 20% now for me. New high day on Apple. Qs are popping. Let's see if Apple makes this move back to 184. 184.80 is the target to the upside. CRM's dying. Qs are pushing. I know some of you guys got a better fill than me. I was looking at these contracts like 34. Now they're at 51. That was a 50% move pretty quickly. Tesla is drilling. Apple new high of day. Qs are going. SPY's pushing higher. SPY breaks 438, guys. It's on for upside on SPY. Up to 440. VIX is at lows now. That's a really strong 5-minute candle on QQQ and on Apple and on SPY. I don't pay anything for a contract, Rob. I have a zero commission broker in the US. Webull is zero commissions. Key here, guys, is going to be 438 on SPY. Rivian, what a downside move. Yeah, AMD at 114. This could be a really nice trade too, back up to 116, Pedro. Tesla's on the drill team back to 219. Oh yeah, XPEV is drilling. Trying to get filled on XPEV steam puts as a lotto trade. AMD's popping now, guys. Huge move on AMD here. Yeah, definitely failed breakout on DraftKings, I think. Although it is trying to recover. I cut my XPEV lotto. Back to 25% on Apple now. Man, AMD was huge play. That's a stick on AMD. That 5-minute candle is no joke. AMD is about to make a new high of day. 115 break. That'll be new highs as you push to one. There's the 115 break on AMD. Yeah, I should have got AMD. XPEB also is getting ready to make a new low again. I cut XPEB. Just I didn't like the risk. We've seen a little bit of red, but those are back green now. The 16 puts. I think the big trade is going to be on SPY if we break 438, guys. That's going to be massive. 439, then 440s next. Big hammer on SPY. New highs on AMD. Yeah, it's ripping. AMD was huge. That 114 break was huge. I couldn't grab it on that break. Apple right back at 182.75. Huge sell on QQQ. That's a nasty fake out candle. New lows on Tesla, like I said, going to 219. Apple's pushing higher here. Bidders are active in Apple. Wouldn't be surprised here to see SPY get a stick if Qs can rebound. 4395 is apex target. If SPY breaks high of day, guys, I think sorry, if Apple breaks high of day, I think SPY is going to make a nice reversal back towards highs. This will be a really huge breakout on SPY over 438. They've just kind of held us in this area on the daily, so I'm not sure that they're going to do it. But yeah, Nvidia is pushing. If Apple can break 183.31, their high of day, Nvidia's got a big key level at 460, 470. I'm going to take SPX, guys, 4405 calls at 270 for this breakout. There we go. We break 430 or 438, guys. It's game on here. It's going to be massive. Here we go. We just did it. %10 on SPX now. Apple's got to break its high of day though. But this is the move. Come on, Nvidia. You and Apple are the two they're gonna send us. Come on, get back over 438. There we go. 20% now on SPX. I sold 20% of the position there at 20%. Nvidia is pushing this key level here, guys. If we break out on Nvidia right here, I don't have anything till 470 on Nvidia. There goes SPX. Come on. Apple just needs to make a new high of day, I think. Yeah, guys, take your gains when they're handed to you. It's the one thing you can guarantee and you have control over. Apple looks like it's going to make another push towards highs. There we go. New high on Apple. New high on SPY. Yeah, Tesla is in a nice downtrend mark, but the overall markets are up high at highs. So just keep that in mind. QQQ hasn't made a new high of day yet. If QQQ makes highs, then next spot I have is 375 on QQQ. Tesla technically is in a downtrend right now. Yeah, it's a little sketchy, patience for sure. I haven't been able to wrap my mind around it, but curiosity factor in me definitely is like the the sus vibes are definitely there. Another new high on Apple. 30% on Apple if you guys took that with me. Need QQQ to make a new high of day. Back to 20% on SPY. Nvidia is pushing. Nvidia is really pushing. I think he said he's in weeklies, Mark. You can't let someone else's position sketch you out, though. You know, Tesla is in a downtrend, but Vinny's in weeklies, looking for a move up on the week. But if you're in a day trade right now, looking for a move, in the next 20 minutes, yeah, I figured you added a little too much. Anytime someone gets emotional, it's because they've added too much. That's the worst thing any trader can do is oversize into a position because then you don't trade logically, you just trade on emotion. SPX just stopped me out, guys. Stopped on SPX. 438 rejection, guys. That's what I said was key. Or 438 was the key pivot, right? But we had to get a candle close over 438, and the 5 minute never closed over 438. Tesla new low of day now. I'll get back into SPX if we can get that move up. I'll add back in. But Apple's still doing its thing. SPY new low of day now. Apple's pushing down. Let's see if that's a liquidity sweep. No, I sold the other half of my Apple. I didn't want to be a part of that. Qs might break this trend line from pre-market. Yeah, just be careful, guys. Qs just broke the trend line. Tesla's drilling to lows. Apple broke 182.75. $437 break on SPY here. That's a big move. Let's see what happens here at 437. Big spot because if we lose this, it's probably back down into that 430 435.65 area here. So let's see what we get here at this pivot spot. 20 seconds on the candle close. 200 EMA is currently sitting at 436.67. Nvidia sold pretty hard from that 464.73 area too. Got a candle close below that level, so I think we'll see another new low of day on SPY. There it is. SPY just flipped red on the day too. $4,395 was the target. I'm not sure what it still is now. I don't have Apex up. High of day strain. That would be next level upside for Apple. I didn't want to hold through that volatility of the drop, so I didn't hang on to Apple. I think SPY is going to fall a little bit lower though, based on what QQQ did. Just my gut feeling. We'll see what happens, but kind of what I'm thinking. You said on Carvana Lottos?
Yeah, I took the 35 weeklies and I took the 40s at the same time. I'm up 30% right now. Or 40%, I'm up 30%. It broke yesterday's high. See what it does. I think over 35 of those things skips.
Q's flip back to red on the day. Apple's consolidating. I think we need to figure out if SPY is really going to sell from 437 or if it's going to bounce. Yeah, I mean, SPY's under the EMAs, but that's because we had that big sell candle. Apple's just hasn't made new high of day yet, but this could be the highest 5-minute candle close if we get it. Nvidia is still kind of trying to figure out what it wants to do. It's not near highs anymore. AMD's back down at 114. Tesla's still in its downtrend. Microsoft's consolidating. Amazon is in a downtrend. So Apple's really the only thing from a tech perspective in my mind that's near highs. %7 gains better than a 40% loss. For sure. I just couldn't hold on that big hammer candle down. I think those cons flashed like negative 25% on the other half if I wouldn't have gotten out. Q's back underneath that trend line from pre-market. AMD's under the EMAs now. Nvidia's curling down. Oh, the GTA announcement. Amazon's about to push low of day. Apple's back at 182.75. Yeah, we break low of day wealth. I think 140.66 level gets tested. So those things probably see a really nice premium spike. If SPY can get a two candle closes under 437, then I think the 435.65 level gets tested, or at least 436.20. Yeah, the trader link is saying 46% puts and 54% calls on SPY right now. Um, we'll see. I just like with tech doing what it's doing. To me, it's just signaling more lows to come. Um, Amazon is about to make this new low of day. AMD just rejected the retest of 114. New lows on Amazon. We'll see what happens here, but oh wow, that is a big sell and beyond. We need a good news trade. We haven't had one of those in a long time. Beyond just skipped down too. SPY back at this 437 area again. SPY flipped red now. New lows on QQQ. New lows on SPY now. More new lows on Qs. Huge bounce right there off the 200 EMA on SPY and off that 371.84 level on QQQ. Yeah, Apple's holding strength. Yeah, for me, I just don't want to get long in a name, guys, when the markets are pushing down. Even though Apple has relative strength, there's multiple things of confluence telling me that the markets are pushing lower. So that's why I haven't gotten into anything long just yet. Huge level on SPY at 437, and if we push from there, we've got a potential to fall way back to 435. Amazon is in a downtrend at lows. AMD is now in the downtrend. My key level is 437.08. Last time we closed underneath 437.08, we retook that level and pushed all the way back to 437.60. Now on SPY, I want to see us retest that and then drop lower. Looks like that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, Qs are really weak right here, guys. Qs are what is it's leading this market downtrend. Um, so that's yeah, SPY's under 437. That's kind of the bearish sentiment for me, based on what I see. Um, Apple lost the 9 and the 21 EMA now. Q, SPY are both under 9 and 21 EMA. If QQQ loses 372, I think we could see a big tick down here. But Apple's getting that curl pattern to the downside. We'll see if it can reverse. If it breaks trend here, if it breaks that trend, Apple could be a really nice trade. But for right now, it's kind of staying in the lower low, lower high pattern. But I do think, to MJ's point, like the 185s do make sense if we can break trend. If we can't break trend, I'm going to stay away from them. That's 2 rejections now on SPY at 437.08 on the 5-minute. So as long as SPY stays under 437.08, I think we've got potential for more downside. SPY's still green on the day by like what is it, 8 pennies. Q's back at the 13 EMA on the 2-minute time frame. And here's Apple's 2-minute time frame as well. So it's trying to lose the 48 EMA. We've already lost the 13. I don't think the market's closed on Friday. We don't have a market holiday until Thanksgiving now. Apple 185 calls stopped to open, Keon said. So they closed 185 calls on Apple. Sorry, 185 puts sold to open. They sold 185 puts. All right, SPY's pulling now for low of day. Yeah, if you sell puts, they They sold puts to someone else, so they got out of their puts. Is how you have to look at that. Typically, selling puts is bullish. Buying calls is bullish as well. Buying puts is selling calls, and buying puts is bearish. Here comes new lows on SPY. There's new low of day. SPY dancing with the 200 EMA right now. We'll see if we get this move down. Apple near lows as well. SPY loses this, we've got room down to 435.65. 436.20 is the first stop, and then 435.65. Yeah, the 15 minutes are almost identical. Could be a big liquidity trap right there on SPY though. So Qs have a big level at 371.84. Also, we have to be aware of. Bank of America 33 calls, March 15th, $218,000 worth. This is the decision here on Apple. Testing this trend line again, 182.75 level. SPY's back at 437. The only thing I don't like is that the 15-minute on Apple did close under 182.75. Prior day high is 182.44 on Apple. So we're under yesterday's high now, but in that zone, right? We basically want to hold today's low to yesterday's high, basically, is that like the supply zone I'd want to see hold on Apple. AMD making a case for a new low of day. Yeah, Nvidia looks like it's in trouble also. Yeah, great call on there, Pedro. 40 seconds to go on this 5-minute candle. That's a pretty bearish candle on AMD. Relatively bearish candle on Apple too. Big wick to the upside. Nvidia, decently bearish, I think. SPY kind of a doji candle right now. US dollars bouncing. Yeah, it's a drill team on AMD right there. What is Tesla doing? Tesla fell all the way to 217. Mark, hopefully you made money on that Tesla trade. Microsoft, where are we at here? Microsoft is near lows. New lows on QQQ. Here we go. We're going to see a big move down on SPY now, I think. This is the big spot on QQQ. I think SPY should be able to make a new low, assuming QQQ gets under this 371.84 level. NVIDIA pushing back down. SPX puts 4365 on SPX. They're up 30% right now. If we break this 200 EMA on SPY, I think we could get a big move down. If QQQ breaks 371.84, we don't have anything on Qs until 371. So we'll see what we get here. But SPY's kind of bouncing around here. A little bit of indecision, I think. Some tech names are hitting lows, but then you've got XLE, which is trying to curl off the bottom. So Apple's back over prior day high now. Apex target, did it change to the downside now? Everyone's expecting a SPY downside move. $4,395. Okay. Pull back on SPY right here to 437. Pull back to the 9 EMA. Apple broke the trend, but it has to break highs 183 high. If we break that high, then I think Apple's got a chance. If it can't, then it's going to be considered still in trend to downside. Have to put in a higher high. Right now, it hasn't done it yet. You got a minute to go on this candle, so we'll see if they pull us back down under 182.75. SPY selling from 437. Apple right back at 182.75. Yeah, good eyes full. Tesla's trying to move off that 219 level. Halt the sale of Coca-Cola products. SPY right back down now from that 437.08 level. QQQ testing the 9 EMA here. We are over the 13 EMA. SPY's trying to test the 13 EMA here, but we've got to cross to the downside. SPY right back down now. Apple is trying to hold some value here. Pretty strong candle on Apple's 5-minute, that last candle. But like I said, 183 candle close over that will get you out of the downtrend with a technical higher high. Now Apple coming right back to 182.75. SPY pushing back down to the 200 EMA. Wonder if the bond auctions absolutely sell us back down. We had a pretty low volume push up on SPY. We're not oversold by any means, but or overbought either, but just really low volume on the move up on SPY. I think the 30-minute candle on Apple is going to tell us a lot. It closes in 11 minutes. But that's going to tell us on Apple, I think, a lot. Right now on the 30, we're kind of consolidating after the initial move up. Depending on where we close in 11 minutes, that might give us the direction for Apple. Right on the hourly time frame, we close in 41 minutes, but the last hourly candle is a pretty bearish candle. This hourly candle is trying to close over 182.74. And last time we got an hourly candle close over 182.74, we made our way all the way to 184.80. But we got 40 minutes to go on this hourly, so we've got some time left, I think, on the hourly to make that decision. This is where supply and demand traders would go long on QQQ, risking a move under 372. That's a demand zone pocket on Qs, but SPY's under 437. So for me, my eyes are just focused on downside based on what these 5-minute candles have been doing. We don't really have any active buyers stepping in at 437, which leads me to believe that, they're going to take us back to the 200 EMA, back near lows. And if Qs break down from 371.80, then I think QQQ has a chance to fall to 371. SPY has that chance to fall to that 435.65 level. Here's Apple right back at 182.75. SPY back at the 200 EMA now. Haven't gotten a candle close below the 200 EMA on the 5-minute, which is interesting. 2 and the 5-minute, the 5-minute hasn't gotten a close below the 200 EMA. The 2-minute 200 EMA is just kind of riding that 437 area. AMD looks like it wants to push another new low. Local low, that is. Under 113.10. Low of day is 112.92 on AMD. But 436.20 is the first target if we break the 200 EMA on SPY, and then 435.65. $200 EMA test again. Buyers are definitely defending the 200 EMA. Yeah, exactly, Kyle. ES holding that as well. If we can clear 436.70, SPY goes the new low of day. There it goes. New lows on SPY now. 436.20 is the next level down. Apple back under 182.75. 20 seconds ago on this 5-minute candle here. See if we finally get the candle close under the 200 EMA. Pre-market low wick on SPY is 436.26, and that's kind of where we held yesterday. when we made that hammer candle at 12:35 yesterday. So 436.26. There's the candle close under the 200 EMA. Tesla, really nice downtrend as well. Just continuing to make um, lower highs and lower lows on Tesla, in my opinion. Maybe like an inverted head and shoulders for sure. On Tesla, I could see that from like lows. It's all going to depend on that 219 level. But from a trend trading perspective, the higher highs that we need to break are at 220, right? The 1015 and 1020 candle. We have to break those. I'll be right back, guys. Three minutes on the hourly candle. Apple's gonna have to get this hourly candle close above 182.75 for that move up. I think that was what triggered it last time. Uh, the 1 hour candle close. So we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Sellers are still active on SPY here. Tried to push back up over the 200 EMA, couldn't do it, and looks like we're gonna fall to the low area, 436.57. There it goes. New lows on SPY. Now we're really pushing down. QQQ right back at 371.80 here. A minute to go on this candle. Big candle all around here. On the on the 30-minute. The hourly closes in 31 minutes. 30-minute candle close coming in a minute. Notice though how Qs are holding value really well at 371.80. If we lose that level, nothing down until 371 and then nothing until 368.60 on QQQ. Apple is back underneath the 21 and the 9 EMA now. Got the candle close under both of them. What's up, CDP? Here's a potential setup on Apple, guys. Just going to throw this out here. Consolidation on Apple. But the one thing I don't like on larger time frames on Apple is the active sellers on larger time frames. You see them on the 30-minute. What's up, you man here? Played Apple at open. Really nice trade there. SPX. And I played XPEV as well. Took an L on XPEV. Smaller size for me on XPEV, but huge spot here on QQQ, guys. Really huge spot on SPY too, actually, if we're being honest. Let me show you SPX's chart. Because if we lose this on SPX, essentially low of day. Low of day on SPX right here on SPY, SPX, whatever instrument you're looking at, sends us back to 435.60, 436.20, which is that yesterday consolidation area. So it should be a nice 30-cent move down. Apex target, it was 4395. It's still 4395. But that's why I say you can't just rely on just the Apex target. We hit 4391 this morning. And if everyone held on Hopium for that, then their zeros are down huge. Okay, Apple back at 182.75. We keep flirting around with this level on the 5-minute. So I've got the 5-minute chart up so you guys can see that pattern. Tesla flirting with that 220 spot flow. To me, market's kind of in this in-between area. Apple back under 182.70. Tesla now above 220. SPY selling off the 13 EMA, selling off the 9 EMA. Yeah, Tesla is looking good now. SPY back under the 200 EMA though. So that's what I'm saying. We're getting a little bit of conflicting signals across the market here. Tesla has been going counter to the market, which is kind of weird. When Tesla's drilling, the market's usually moving upside. When market's moving upside, Tesla's usually drilling. So part of me still feels like they're going to take SPX to 43.73 and SPY to 436.20. Just a hunch though. See if we break low of day right here. If we do, 436.20 is next. Big shooting star candle on Tesla as well. And Apple's getting ready to lose this pattern to the downside. Yeah, whole market looks heavy for more downside. There's the SPX break, guys. Looking for 436.20 now. We're in the gap fill on SPX.